Welcome back to the Lux Cigar Lounge, where each episode we unravel the rich, aromatic world of premium cigars. I'm your host, Alfredo, seasoned cigar retailer and devotee to the luxury smoking lifestyle. Today, we're diving into the world of the most underrated bourbon and cigar pairings that you absolutely need to try. We're talking about those hidden gems, the pairings you might walk right past on the shelf but deserve a shot. See, just like a good story, a fine bourbon and a premium cigar, they both got layers, they got depth. And when you pair them right, well, they bring out the best in each other like a conversation between old friends around a crackling fire. So, sit back, grab your favorite glass, cut yourself a good cigar, and let's explore these 5 underrated pairings that are sure to elevate your senses. First up, we got Elijah Craig Small Batch, a bourbon that's as smooth as a southern drawl, paired with an Arturo Fuente Hemingway cigar. Now, Elijah Craig, it's got that classic Kentucky hug-warm vanilla caramel, a touch of spice. It's a bourbon that sits well on its own, comfortable in its own skin. And the Hemingway? Well, it's like a well-worn leather jacket, familiar, reliable, with notes of cedar, earth, and a subtle sweetness that lingers on the palate. Together they're like a slow sunset on the porch, a conversation that flows as easily as the bourbon down your throat. The sweetness of the cigar complements the spice of the bourbon, and that oakiness from the barrel, well, it finds a comfortable home in the earthiness of the Hemingway. Next, we're going for a little dance with Four Roses Single Barrel and the Padron 1964 Anniversary Series. Now, Four Roses Single Barrel, it's a bit bolder, a bit spicier, like a fiery sunset over the desert. It's got a presence, this bourbon, with notes of cherry, plum, and a lingering pepper that'll wake you up. And the Padron 1964? Now that's a cigar that commands respect. It's rich, complex, with flavors of dark chocolate, espresso, and a hint of leather. It's a cigar that knows its worth. When these two get together, it's like a tango on your tongue. The spice of the bourbon plays off the richness of the cigar. That pepper note in the Four Roses, it finds a dance partner in the dark chocolate of the Padron. It's a pairing that'll keep you on your toes in the best way possible. Now let's talk about a pairing that deserves a standing ovation: Eagle Rare 10-year and the Oliva Serie 5 Melanio. Eagle Rare, it's a bourbon that whispers rather than shouts. It's smooth, elegant, with notes of leather, tobacco, and a hint of orange peel. It's a bourbon for those who appreciate the finer things in life. The Oliva Serie V Melanio, it's a cigar that's often overlooked, but trust me, it's a masterpiece. It's got notes of coffee, dark chocolate, and a hint of pepper that sneaks up on you. This pairing, it's a symphony of flavor. The leather and tobacco notes of the Eagle Rare find a harmonious balance with the coffee and chocolate of the Oliva, and that hint of orange peel, it adds a touch of brightness, a surprise that elevates the entire experience. For our next pairing, we're going for something a little bolder. Woodford Reserve Double Oaked and the My Father Le Bijou 1922. Woodford Reserve Double Oaked, it's like a walk through a forest after the rain. It's earthy, rich with notes of caramel, chocolate, and a long, satisfying finish. And the My Father Le Bijou 1922? It's a cigar that's full of surprises. It's got notes of spice, leather, cocoa, and a hint of sweetness that lingers on the palate. This pairing, it's a conversation between two old friends, full of twists and turns, but always satisfying. The richness of the Woodford Reserve complements the complexity of the My Father. The woodiness of the bourbon finds a comfortable home in the leather and spice of the cigar. It's a pairing that'll make you think, make you feel, make you want to savor every sip and every puff. Finally, we're ending our journey with a pairing that's as bold as a Texas sunset: Buffalo Trace and the Rocky Patel Decade. Now, Buffalo Trace, it's a bourbon that's full of character. It's got a sweetness to it, but there's a backbone of spice, a hint of rye that keeps you coming back for more. And the Rocky Patel Decade, it's a cigar that celebrates 10 years of excellence. It's got notes of coffee, leather, spice, and a touch of sweetness that rounds out the experience. This pairing, it's a celebration of flavor. The sweetness of the Buffalo Trace plays off the spice of the Rocky Patel. The rye in the bourbon finds a dance partner in the coffee and leather of the cigar. It's a pairing that'll make you want to kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. There you have it, folks. 5 underrated bourbon and cigar pairings that are sure to elevate your tasting experience. Remember, just like a good story or a fine film, it's all about the journey, the discovery. So, go on, explore those back shelves, try something new. You might just find your new favorite pairing a hidden gem that speaks to your soul. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep enjoying those fine pairings. And stay smoky, my friends.